Hello, I'm Bart van Ark, Chief Economist at the Conference Board, and this is your 3-minute summary of the Conference Board's Global Economic Outlook for 2020 and the implications for the United States. Despite widespread recession fears, we expect growth in the global economy to hit a low in 2019 at 2.3% and forecast it to recover slightly to 2.5% in 2020. Our outlook assumes that the recent global decline in industrial production will ease and bottom out eventually by early 2020 as China's overcapacity problem is being addressed, supply chains are getting restructured, the risk of an escalation of trade disputes recedes, and productivity growth continues to recover. This should also help business confidence to recover and investment to pick up. In addition, robust labor markets and consumer spending will sustain growth in 2020 as it has up to now. The biggest concern is that consumers may join business leaders in responding negatively to a drumbeat of news about potential volatilities, whether it is a financial market shock, the escalation of a geopolitical event, or an escalation of the tariff war that raises prices of consumer goods. If consumers get concerned about their jobs and incomes, the risks of a continued slowdown or even a recession will rapidly increase. Consumers in the United States are especially still relatively insulated from global uncertainties. Even though it's on a slowing growth path, US GDP is forecasted to grow at 2.2% in 2020, supported by a modest improvement in investment, slower but still solid employment growth, strong consumer spending, and slightly faster productivity growth. The external sector will detract from US growth as the trade deficit keeps growing in 2020. If the economy weakens more than anticipated, there is room under current budget arrangements for more fiscal spending, which may be put to use especially during an election year. Looking ahead, by the middle of the next decade, global GDP growth will likely reach 2.7% on average, down from 3.3% during the past decade. Nevertheless, slower growth over the next decade can still be healthy, provided productivity growth picks up the slack from a slower growing workforce. I'm Bart van Ark, and this was your quarterly outlook for the global economy and the United States.